I done messed the whole vibe up. Let me go back. Oh, man. There we go. There we go. Wait till everybody get up in here. Yes, Lord. All right, all right, all right. Well, guys, I know I was told you, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And it took me I forgot how many hours it took me to get here. I know a lot of you guys have been asking where did I go? Hey, what's going on, Sean? Sean is like a second brother of mine. But let me just glimpse to you guys very quickly where I'm at. I don't want to play it all big, okay, he's stunting. Nah, nothing like that. But I told you guys I'll tell you, and here I am. This is where I am. Yes. And for you guys who are unfamiliar, can anybody name where this at? Can anybody name where that's at? Does anybody know where that at? Does anybody know where that's at? Good morning, Mitch. Good morning, Shina. Well, to let the cat out the bag, I'm in Brazil. Your boy's in Brazil. I'm waiting for another fella to get here. It's part of our retirement party that we planned like 2 years ago. We are in the Copacabana area of Rio de Janeiro, which is kind of touristy. We're in a very known as a very safe part. And when people say that, that doesn't mean nothing won't happen to you. They're just saying most likely nothing won't happen to you. Now I can't. There we go. So I'm trying to give you a good picture of this is in walking distance. This is 2 blocks, about a block and a half away. It's very, very beautiful here. So far, so good. The people are very nice. And you know what? Just to let you know, you guys can get away with some Spanish because you need to understand that Portuguese is a derivative from Latin, just as well Spanish is a derivative of Latin. So you know some Spanish. The guy asked me, he say, do you know any Portuguese? And I said, no, não falo Portuguese. That's how you said, no falo Portuguese. Oh, he said, Spanish? I said, oh, poquito español. Don't you that? And I just started speaking a little bit of Spanish. Oh, you know Spanish? I said, yeah. But that's where I'm at. I'm in Brazil. I've been using Duolingo to learn certain things like, one thing you always need to learn anywhere you go is how much. And in Portuguese, how much is quintos, like quintos. And then, they speak in fluent, Brazil, because I'm limited my words. And I'm like, tudo bem. And tudo bem means okay. That's all it means. Tudo bem, okay. But if you're saying like, no falo vocês, no falas vocês, obrigado and obrigado is like, I don't speak, but thanks for trying to tell me. My Portuguese is rugged, man. I got street Portuguese. You know what I mean? I don't know how to use any bad words or curse or anything like that. But man, I'm gonna be struggling because I ordered this device that them translator devices. You know what I'm talking about? It didn't come in time because of the winter storm that Texas had. I'll tell you. So I'll give you some tips though. If you travel to South America, if you travel to Brazil, bug spray. I mean, it's going away, but I got bit twice already by mosquitoes, and these mosquitoes are like this small. But the way my body took all that toxin up, but man, it was hurt. The affairs in order. I found the villa. I got some stuff on my nose. There we go. I found the villa okay. Again, it was good to learn some Portuguese. And it was good that I know some Spanish. I'm better in Spanish than I am in Portuguese because I've been to Dominican Republic, Mexico, you name it. I've been to a lot of Spanish-speaking countries. So that will also help you in either Portugal. So let me tell you something. Here's another information that you guys may want to know of. Some countries that speak Portuguese. So we understand that Brazil, the native language is Portuguese. Portugal, that's in Europe, they speak Portuguese. There's 2 countries in Africa where they have their native tongue, but because they were colonized by Portugal, one of their main languages are Portuguese too. And those 2 main countries are Angola and Mozambique. Again, that's Angola and Mozambique. So learning Spanish, learning a little bit of Portuguese, you can actually take that to the continent of Africa. You can actually take it to the continent of Europe. But I told me and my fiance, we told ourselves, we're pretty much done traveling to white countries. We live in one of the whitest countries there. So we want to go where, even though here there's a lot of white people, right? But they look different, but they're still white, okay? And they still, unfortunately, I'm learning they have a color caste system. But when they found out that you're American, meaning you got money, then their whole, I haven't experienced any racism yet. Just to let you know, regardless, because I didn't say much. So they thought I was Portuguese because being Portuguese here, not being Portuguese, being Brazilian. Okay, if you're Portuguese and you're from Portugal, born and raised. If you're Brazilian, born here, but you speak Portuguese. Just want to get that straight. But Brazilians come from the whitest white person to the darkest dark person. So there's a lot of dark people I've been seeing. And, I'm looking at him like, should I talk? When I'm looking at his hair, he's my complexion. He even have African features, but his hair texture is a little bit different. I mean, he has that little mix of when, he could be derived from slavery, from when the Portuguese came over here and colonized Brazil. So a lot of little things I'm learning right off the plane, right off the bat. So when I got off the plane, now my trip advisor, I planned the whole trip, but I went through a Portuguese gentleman that lives in Philly. Somehow I met him on Airbnb. Let me tell you, this was crazy. I thought I was going to get scammed. I was lucky. So he said, hey, we can do a little better deal if you want to just pay me straight cash. And I was like, I don't know if I want to play outside the platform of Airbnb. And I was lucky. I took a chance because I was using my money and my friend's money. And I was like, well, if this goes wrong, then I'm going to have to come out the pocket. So nonetheless, this got pushed back a year. And, I kept him updated. He kept me updated. And here I am. I'm in the villa right now. There's 3 or 4 rooms. There's about 4 or 5 beds. But there's going to be 4 of us. Now there's only going to be 2 of us. And I don't know if I ever did a video the time where I took a trip to Thailand. And there's going to be 4 of us. And it was only me. So this is lucky. He's actually on his way to the airport right now. But let me tell you, so I get off the plane and I'm glad he put me up on game, because he's Brazilian. His name is Leo, but his real name is Leonardo. But that's a real Brazilian name, Leonardo. Okay. But anyway, he said, yeah, man. He said, you got the people out there scalping. He basically saying scalping, going to charge you astronomical prices. He said the villa is 40 minutes from the airport, but it shouldn't be that expensive because the ratio from dollar to Brazilian real is 5-1. So I said, okay. But when I hit Sao Paulo, because I had to go from Atlanta to Sao Paulo to Rio for whatever reason, right? So I get to Sao Paulo, I'm looking for the exchange, but it's 5:00 in the morning. The exchange is not open. I said, okay, I'll find the exchange when I hit Rio. So I hit Rio, I get my bags. I'm like, there's no exchange. So I use my American Express card, right? So when I looked at the charges, because he said, hey, you go out there, they're going to charge you 200 Brazilian real, which is like $40. So what I did was, he said, there's a lady when you get your bags, there's a lady that can give you a ticket and the guy just take you. So that was only $18.37 for a 40-minute drive. The guy took me to the villa. The doorman, he walked me in. He knew no English. So I'm up there like, to-do bang? He's like, now. They don't say no, they say now. Like N-A-O, that's how you spell it. N-A-O with the little wiggly line at the top. I forgot what you call it because I was learning that in Spanish. But he was saying all types of stuff. But basically he was saying, you have to go up here. It was this little, I'm going to show you with my phone. I'm going to do a video with my phone when I go out and about. But nonetheless, it's this winding step that's real tight. I'm like, they trying to kidnap me. And then in my mind, I was like, nobody trying to kidnap your big black ass. They gonna have to feed you? They ain't trying to kidnap you. You're gonna be going to the Brazilian steakhouse for real. But anyway, I brought my Fire Stick with me, plugged that up, got Wi-Fi popping. I'm talking to you guys. But as I was driving from the airport, family, let me tell you, when I was driving from the airport, I was like, wow. Driving, looking at the city. In my mind, I was like, this ain't too bad. But at the same time, it was like, there was a lot of graffiti everywhere. And then as I'm getting closer to Copa, the scenery changed. And let me tell you, America, we have a problem. I saw half of Brazil running, biking, walking. They were doing all types of exercises just the same way I saw in Korea. There was guys out there working out with resistant bands. And it's, what time is it here? Give me a second, fam. It's noon here. And people were jogging and everybody was working out. And here's the thing. From the time I hit Sao Paulo to Rio to the villa that I am now, I can count on two hands how many fat people I saw. I saw no more than 10 fat people. What I realized when I go to different countries, Mexico, we can just kind of X Canada out. Dominican Republic, Thailand, Philippines, you name it. No matter Japan, Korea, where else have I been? London, yeah, that's Western world. But you virtually see a couple of people who are obese or what we consider fat. Because here's the thing. I don't do that whole, she thick. No. If she's an hourglass and she got a big bottom, yeah, she's thick. But she can't be thick everywhere and you're calling her thick. Yeah, man, she thick. Yeah, her neck thick, her arms thick, her wrist thick, okay? Her ankles thick. So we kind of give ourselves excuses, and it really just made me like, I really should have bought some workout clothes. Now I kind of bought a workout shirt, but I'm gonna do some body weight exercises here. But it really puts America to shame. It really does. And I know some people may be clowning like, oh, that's because that's a poor country. It didn't seem that way to me. It really, a lot of countries, when I'm seeing people purposefully working out, it doesn't seem like, they're happy. All of them were in shape, like, not like, boom, big muscles in shape, but just fit. They not, it was amazing to see how when you get off the airport, how the city looked at first and then how it changed. And then the mindsets of the people out there working out, riding bikes, running, walking, doing all sorts of things. And let me tell you this, it's very, very humid here. It's around 80 something degrees. I got a long sleeve shirt on, but it was cold on the airplane. But if the mosquitoes don't kill you, no, I'm kidding. I only got bit twice. But if the mosquitoes don't kill you, the cab drivers will. Oh my God. If any of you guys ever been overseas and the cab drivers, you like, wait a minute, what laws are you obeying? And the answer is none of them. Nada. Zilch. Zero. Okay. This guy was doing all types of stuff. And I was like, how do I say this in Brazil? Like, I know how you say stop alto in Spanish, alto. Like, how you say stop doing all this other bull crap while you driving in Portuguese? That's what I was really trying to say. Like, hey, you bending down, the car swerving, he yanking it back. He did that for like 40 minutes. I'm back there like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. And for you guys who are just tuning in, let me show you, because this is a very, very beautiful place. This is where I'm at. I'm in Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro. We got Ralphie Johnny. He said, Ross, I'm in Sao Paulo at the moment. Yeah, man. And Sao Paulo was raining. So, hey, Ralphie, you might want to come to Rio, brother, because Sao Paulo is going to be raining and thunderstorming for the next 10 days. For the next 10 days, Sao Paulo is going to be raining and thunderstorming for the next 10 days. So you might want to come over here to Copa, go and give me some money, and you can stay with me and my boy. But this is where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to let you guys know where I'm at. Very, very beautiful here. Let's see what else. I'm ready to go to Baja. Okay. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I want to continue to go to countries where there's a large portion of melanated people. Mitch Liggins says, pulling out money in the country, you to convert their language to English real fast. Just you know what, Mitch, you're right. You start pulling out them dollars, they be like, oh, English. Oh, yes, I know now. Oh, you know English now. Okay. But no, anytime I go somewhere, guys, I usually use some sort of like language app. I use like Duolingo. It's not the best. Babbel was a little bit better, but there are some better apps out there. And I try to do this again, Donde España, where's the bathroom? Quintas. That's how you say how much in Portuguese. But I'm going to be learning a little bit here and there. But now that I'm here, I'm going to be struggling. I'm just going to use the old horrible Google Translator. Sean said, always dropping jewels. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's good to get out and travel, see the world. So many experiences. I'm just excited. I'm going to be here. So you're going to be seeing me here for quite a bit. I'm going to be here 2 weeks. 2 weeks. When you fly across the country, all the way to Brazil, you can't do everything in 4 or 5 days like you can in Mexico. Mexico, I live in Texas. Mexico right down the street. I can take a Mexico trip anytime. But when you're traveling to South America, like Africa is very expensive to travel to. During this time, because of the pandemic, the tickets were cheaper than usual. But I see the tickets going back up because mainly the summertime. And there's a lot of red tape I had to go through to get here. You have to take a COVID-19 test, but it is a very specific test called the PCR test. And you have to take that test within 72 hours of your travel. Now in Brazil, a year or two ago, you no longer need a visa if you are an American citizen. But because of the times that we're living in with the pandemic, you do need a PCR test. And yes, people are walking around with masks. They're doing their thing here as well. But I'll keep you guys updated. I think I'll do a more formal video breaking down my travels or whatever. See, man, it rained cats and dogs in Sao Paulo yesterday. The weather is super nice. No sun, though. Yeah, Ralph, it's going to be like that for the next 10 days. It's going to be off and on, thunderstorm raining. My email's in the description, man. If you want to link up, since you're in Sao Paulo, it's only a 40-minute plane ride. You know that, right, Ralph? It's only a 40-minute plane ride. And we have this big villa here, and it's only going to be 2 of us. So if you've been to Rio before, you could be our tour guide. We don't know what nothing at. We're gonna just be winging it, man. But I'm gonna still be doing my research here. I'm working. You know, a brother still got to work. A brother still got to bring you guys good information with your stocks and your investments and financial information. But for now, I think I'm gonna change out of these clothes and go exchange some of my money, buy some bug spray, and I'm going to buy some universal plugs. But I'll keep you guys updated. Ralphie, again, I'll be here for 2 weeks. Okay, I'll be here till March 10th, March 11th. So if you want to link up, again, my email's in the description. I'll holler at you guys on the next one. Sean says mingle. Hey man, I'm engaged. I don't know what type of mingling you doing. You ain't getting me in trouble. I mean, I might get a little tipsy. And me and my boy married, so we coming back here, okay? Because people like, oh, you guys gonna be out there doing that, like, I got a good thing, and you know, I'm not trying to teach a Brazilian girl how to cook soul food. Yeah, just saying, some things ain't worth it. Okay, Ralphie. Well, yeah, man. Hit me up. And like I said, man, I got a place here. We can do a video chat before you come so we can kind of get familiar with each other and see if that works out for you. But let me know. All right. But anyway, hit me up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Financial Literacy 101, and I will bring you more content from right here in Copacabana, Brazil. Hasta luego. That's Spanish. How do you say see you later in Brazil? Ciao. That's goodbye. How about that? Ciao, bella. No? Peace.